we want to go further, we're going to make our social media campaign starting from the Facebook post that we already made. Now, first question, do you have Canva Premium? I know I'm not a fan of paid platforms, but with this one, it really is a great advantage to have the Canva Premium because we can very easily resize our design into all sorts of different sizes that we would need. If you don't have Canva Premium, you can start with a Canva free trial and then you will have access to Canva Premium for, I think it's a month. So that should give you enough time to set up your complete campaign and you will definitely see the advantage of that. So if we have Canva Premium, then we can simply start with opening our Facebook post that we've made. So I'm going to start from the one that we made from scratch. To resize my Facebook post, all we need to do is go to the left panel here and click on resize. So here you can find all kinds of different formats. And if those aren't enough, if you've gotten some very specific measurements, for example, you can also insert them here. So for this example, I'm going to change into a Facebook story. Just a little bit of information, a Facebook story and an Instagram story are the same size as well as Facebook post and a LinkedIn post, so you don't need to make them double. But for example, if I want to make an Instagram post from my design, I'm going to select that one. If I click on copy and resize, Canva is automatically going to open a new tab. It's going to copy my design, but put it in the right size. So as you can see here, we have a square canvas now, which is the size that we need for Instagram. And so it used everything that was on the old one, and we can start with editing this new design. So in this case, I'm just going to select all these ones. I'm going to move them up a little bit so that I have my nice corner again. I'm going to enlarge this text a bit, going to put it in the middle, and the same for this, just going to put it in the middle and then add my logo. I think for this one I would like it to be down here, so I'm going to make this a little bit smaller again so that it's nicely aligned. And voila, I now resized my design into an Instagram post within very short time. So in the same way, I can resize that Facebook post, or I can even go from here if I would like to. I can resize it to all sorts of different formats. Now, for each format, you can add some things, you can change anything you want to, you can remove some things. So for example, what I'd like to do is if I'm making a story, so I'm just going to show you, if I'm making a Facebook story, for example, I always like to add a little bit of movement in there, because a story, you know, is very, it's more engaging when there's something moving, when there's something going on there. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to add this here again, going to make it a little bigger. And what I actually want to do here is I'm going to add an extra hexagon here. I'm going to add another picture, for example this one. I'm going to drag this text a bit enlarge this a bit, and then put this here below. What you need to keep in mind with a story is that on the bottom here you have that little section where people can comment, so that will always block your design. So make sure you don't put anything right at the bottom of this frame. And so I told you that I wanted to add something moving, something that is actually engaging a bit more. So I'm going to go to Elements, and for this one I'm going to type in sparkles. and then I'm going to see what Canva gives me. So here we all have still images and graphics. But if we scroll down, we always have some moving or animated graphics as well. As you can see here, these are starting to be animated graphics already. So because we're talking about an opening, a new company, you know, a little fireworks is always nice to have. So what I want to do is I want to add these very nice but not too much sparkles behind my text. And in this way I have a little bit of engaging and action going on in this story. It's not too much, you know, it doesn't make it look all paint, the program we used when we were kids, but it's just distinguished and it looks very nice, but it has something moving, so it will catch your eye. Now, a very important thing to remember, obviously, is if you're going to download this Facebook story, you now have to download it as a video. So it automatically changes the file type, but just to remind you, if you would download this as a PNG or a JPEG, it will obviously not have the moving animation. So you need to save this as a video and schedule it in your Facebook or Instagram like that. So obviously, if you like that, you can change it anywhere. If you'd like it on, for example, if you want it on Instagram, if you want it on a Facebook story, if you want it on, I don't know, possibilities are endless, obviously. You can change, add, or remove whatever you like with these designs. And so in the same way, we can literally resize our design to any format we want. We can use it as a presentation, we can go for flyers or for business cards, for example. We can do that very easily with Canva Premium, because as a little reminder as well, we don't have this option in the free version of Canva. How do you go by changing your format into different sizes for different social media channels with the Canva free version then? In that case, we don't have the resize button here, but what we can do is click on File, we can create a new design, and then we get all the options again to choose the size we want. So in this case, I'm going to choose an Instagram post, and what Canva is going to do then is it's going to create a blank canvas in the correct sizes for an Instagram post. Now the disadvantage is it won't copy my contents from the other posts, so I will have to start building my design from scratch again. The good thing about it is that everything is saved in our recently used items, so we will find everything very easily again here in this top section. Same for backgrounds. As you can see, the background is appearing here, so we can very easily find all the items, but we need to add everything from scratch again. So backgrounds, frames, exterior frames, our pictures and our text, and eventually and possible moving actions, of course. But that's it. So you can simply create a new design in any format you want and then build everything up from scratch again, so you have your different formats as well.